is Eric Dickerson here on the Rich Eisen Show once again. How are you doing, Eric?
Hey, Rich, how you doing, man?
I'm good. Look, I mean, you know this league better than anyone, all right? And you know when coaches get fired, what it affects, et cetera, et cetera. But that said, we all know what's been going on with you and Jeff Fisher. What are your thoughts about the firing and the emotions behind it right now, Eric?
Well, I'll say this much here. People said, I had something to do with it. Look, I had nothing to do with Jeff Fisher getting fired. Jeff Fisher got fired because I'm not winning football games. Now, some of them may add it to it when he made that call to me, possibly. But, it's Rich, it's all about winning. If the Rams would have been 10-2, Jeff Fisher could have told me to jump off the moon, and nobody said nothing. And I'd have been down with it, too, because, hey, when you're winning, everything is cured.
So, but you do know that. I mean, you did make his seat a little hotter, though, Eric, right?
Hey, I'll say this to you, Rich.
Yes.
He called me. I did not call him. I didn't ask for the call. He called me.
And this was 3 weeks ago, right?
This has been, I don't know, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, yeah.
Okay. So now, have you spoken to the Rams since this move was made?
I haven't spoken anymore to the Rams. I texted Kevin Demoff, and this was last week. I texted him about, let's just get together. I said, I don't want you to talk football. Let's just talk. Let's get to know each other a little bit better. And then when I was like everyone else. When he got fired on Monday, I was about to do my radio show for 570 and iHeart, and I heard it like everyone else. He got fired, and I got the text, man, you got the man fired. Thank God. I'm like, hey, I didn't want to get anyone fired.
Eric Dickerson joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show. So, is Goff the guy? Do you like him? What do you think?
I'm not a quarterback coach. I'll tell you what I see. I see a guy that I think has potential. He looks kind of wide-eyed, and I think everything is moving real fast for him right now, and that's expected, when you play that position, at any position when you first come out of college. If we get the right guy to coach him, and I'll say it again, this is one thing Jeff didn't like. I don't think Chris Winkie is the guy to coach our number one pick that we spent all these draft picks on, and I'm no offense, I don't even know Chris Winkie at all. But I still think we need a proven guy that can develop quarterbacks. That's what I think we should do.
So who's that guy? Who's that guy?
I think that guy could be Jim Harbaugh would be my first pick. I mean, I think John Gruden would be another good pick for me. I mean, those are my top two guys. I mean, and that's what it comes down to. I mean, it's a quarterback league now, and you have to have a top-notch quarterback, or you're not going to win. And you have to have a solid offensive line, and we don't have that. We don't have neither one of those right now.
So Gruden, I think, would be a great fit. In terms of Harbaugh, speaking on behalf of all of the fan base and alumni association of the University of Michigan, keep on moving, Eric. Keep moving on. Take that.
You went to Michigan. Oh my bad. I got. Hey, let me tell you something. I've got so many texts. Tweets from Michigan fans. Yeah. Hey, shut the hell up. Leave our coach alone.
Yes. Okay. Let me just tell you that name's. Listen, I listen to your radio show too, Eric. That name's been in your mouth a little bit too much for my liking.
Hey, well, you know what? Hey, Rich, I want to win. I'm sorry. I'm going to hurt your program, but, y'all seem to be doing okay. Y'all will be all right if we get him out of there.
But in all honesty, though, I mean, what odds do you think there are for the big name splash here, Eric?
And you said it right. The big name splash. That would be a big splash because that, to me, what that would show? That would show that we're committed to winning. That's what it comes down. We are truly committed to winning. We're not going to take the shortcut and try to get a guy in the interim and say, hope we win a few games or keep it close by the time we go into that new stadium. If we go into that new stadium going 4-12, 6-10, 5-11, man, it's not going to be good. Let's put it like that because the fans, they're not going to pay for those tickets, and I wouldn't blame them. I wouldn't do it. I mean, you can't ask the fan, I want to come watch my team get beat 42-14. No.
Pro Football Hall of Famer Eric Dickerson here on the Rich Eisen Show. When was the last time you spoke to Stan Kroenke?
I saw Stan Kroenke the first game of the season. Last time I talked to Stan Kroenke.
So throughout this whole thing with Fisher, you never once spoke to the owner of the Rams?
I've never once spoke to Stan Kroenke. Not one time. He sent Kevin Demoff a text, for me, that they said blah blah blah. I'm always a Ram, that kind of stuff. But I've never spoken to Stan Kroenke, not one time.
He wasn't there at the shovel turning for the stadium that you were asked to go to.
Yep, but I didn't get a chance to speak to him. That's when I got the message that I was going to get the call. Someone was going to call me at the groundbreaking ceremony.
So somebody told you when the Rams have you there in a big ceremony, you're going to get a call Did you know it was going to be from Fisher?
He said Coach Fisher or Les Snead would call me, and my reply was, I welcome the call.
So when it all comes down to it, Eric, do you think that everything should remain the status quo with the Rams, with the new hire of the coach, the whole thing, soup to nuts, the organization? Eric.
Should everything stay in place like it is?
Yeah, just on the flow chart.
Absolutely not. You got to cut bait with some people in that organization. Some people at the top need to go. And I'll say one thing. I look at whoever's doing the drafting and picking out draft picks. I've just got to say they do a bad job of it. And they've missed on a lot of draft picks. And you can't miss on this many draft picks and expect to be competitive in the National Football League. It's just not going to happen. I mean, in just my opinion, you need to have football guys to make some of these football decisions, real football guys that play football, know the sport. And I'm not saying that guy's me, but not at all.
Would you want to do it? Would you want to do it?
Maybe some of it I would. I mean, I'm sure I would welcome some of it. I really would because, I know talent. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm a guru, but I have an eye for talent. I mean, I really do. Matter of fact, I'll say this much here. Your cohort at the workshop, Marshall Faulk. Marshall Faulk was at the Rams because of me. That was my call to get him at the Rams. I saw what I saw in Marshall, and me and Jackie Slater discussed it. He said, Eric, I don't see it. I said, trust me. He'll make a difference on that football team. He said, well, Eric, I don't see it. Make a long story short, when they went to that Super Bowl, he said, Eric, you were right. You saw it. I said, I saw it.
So you called John Shaw at the time? Is that what you did?
I called John Shaw about Marshall Faulk. I called John Shaw. I said, John, would you like to get your hands on Marshall Faulk? And John Shaw's a why guy. Well, Eric, what do you think? Why? Mm-hmm. I said, John, look, the Rams are losing. I said, we don't have a named player. I said, Marshall Faulk is a well-named player. He's a Pro Bowler. At the Colts game, I talked to Jim Irsay. They're talking about getting rid of him. Would you like to get him? He said, what do you think? I said, man, it would be a great fit. Mm. He said, well, I can't talk to him. I said, I know his agent. Let me talk to his agent. He said, well, talk to his agent. I talked to his agent, and he said that I didn't really want to go to Baltimore. I said, the Rams couldn't afford him. I said, look, man, the Rams can afford Marshall. I said, that would be a good fit for him. Well, Eric, I said, do me a favor. See if you can get a release from the Colts, okay? A couple of days later, Eric, I got the release. I called John Shaw. I said, John, they got the release. I said, what's his agent's number? He called him. He talked to him. He called me back, John, and said, Eric, what do you think we should give for him? I said, I think a 2 and a 3 and maybe another player. I said, that's it. He said, okay, I'll call you back. Called me back a couple hours later. Eric, the deal's done. I said, there you go. We had Marshall Faulk.
And the rest is history.
And the rest is
Eric, I've never heard that story before. Does Marshall know this? Does Marshall know?
Yeah, Marshall knows it. And they were greatest show on turf. Right.
Dickerson sounds like the next GM.
Well, Eric, here's the deal. I think, everybody wants to see you and the Rams on good footing here. So, I mean, let's make that happen, Eric, okay? Let's get you and the Rams on good footing here.
Look, I love my football. I love my football team.
I know you do.
I want to be a part of my football team. And, I want to see them win. With me or without me, I want to see the Rams win. I want to see them win for the fans of Los Angeles. That's really all I want.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. So last one for you, Eric, before I let you go. So on Saturday, Christmas Eve, 49ers at the Rams, can you get me a few sideline passes with him? Can you fix me up?
If you come with Britney Spears, I might can pull that off.
Okay. I don't know if I can. I'm going to come with Chris Brockman and Chris Law. Del Tufo can get on his way on there. I'm just +2, Eric. I'm just +2.
Okay, I think I might can pull that off.
Okay, good. Thanks, Eric.
No problem.
Chat soon. Take care of yourself, Eric. Okay, there's Eric Dickerson.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.